as we'll pan back to the front.
Oh, he got into him.
Logano around. Can he save it? He is unable to. Caution. And the caution came out right as Denny Hamlin was crossing the start-finish line to get the white flag.
Yeah, that could have been avoided.
That could have been avoided. I agree that there's history there, but even if there's history there,
that was uncalled for. This will give us a very good angle. Let's take a look here. That still could have been avoided.
Yeah. You know, and here's Joey's team trying to keep him calm down, and this is probably best. That's Joey's dad.
Joey's dad wants to get in on it. Go in there and tell him.
That's why Joey's dad's got his hard card pulled a couple of times. Let me just go ahead and say that. Yeah, but.
No, you know what? He needs to do this. He needs to vent. I mean, he's been taken out so many times at the end of a race, whether it's a nationwide race or whatever. And, you know, he should be mad.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this in Joey's defense. You know, they were just racing, and I probably spoke too soon. I don't think it was Harvick's fault. I don't think it was Joey's fault. But Joey has to stand up for himself at some point in time. You know what I mean? We saw, you know, Burton last week say, I'm not going to take it anymore. I think you're seeing Joey say, I'm not going to take this anymore, especially from Kevin Harvick.
Coming into turn number 3 to take the white flag for the Pocono race, Kevin Harvick sends Joey Logano up the track and spins him out. This was an extremely inexcusable moment by Kevin Harvick. He just let Joey Logano go in turn number 2 and then proceeds to spin him out on the final corner to take the white flag at Pocono. This is why Joey Logano was so riled up after the race.
Robbie Gordon, we showed you the replays earlier for his involvement in this incident that got Jeremy Mayfield and Tony Stewart, two of the championship chasers, in trouble.
Well, this is just a payback, and we talked about, you know, we thought that was the situation last week at Richmond with Jimmy Spencer and Casey Mears, and they were going to park Spencer for a couple laps and then looked at the tapes and said no, but this is pretty obvious that this was a payback, and this is what needs to be done, and I commend NASCAR for it.
This time they looked at the tapes and said, we're going to penalize Robbie Gordon 2 laps for rough driving.
Couldn't believe he gave me the bottom. I was like, man, this is a gift. I was going to win the race for sure. But that caution came out, and, you know, I'm fine with the new rule. And, you know, everybody's going to debate that, you know, we were thinking before the race that they made a good change on the green-white checker to go to 1. And I still feel that way. Per the rules, we run second. I can live with that. I'm proud of what we did today. We did everything we needed to do. Just fell a little short about the width of the splitter, and you know how I hate that splitter. So another reason.
Exactly right. Should NASCAR have let you guys run longer under that green-white checkered before throwing the caution?
Another 100 yards, I'd have been in the lead, but NASCAR makes the call.
This win would have done wonders for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. would have advanced to the round of 8 in 2015. That he ultimately ended up winning at Phoenix, and that would have catapulted him into the championship 4, having a shot at his first ever championship. The length of his splitter was the determination of this. The splitter is what cost Dale Jr. a shot at the 2015 championship, all because of a huge controversial moment on the racetrack that was in the middle of the pack.
Now into 5 and turn 6.
All of that contact between the two leaders is allowed. Well, the 24 is spinning. The 24's, oh, there's multiple cars into the wall here. There must be oil or some kind of fluid down on the racetrack right there in turn. We got more cars coming in.
William Byron is reporting that the curb came up. He hit the curb in the 24.
Yeah, the curbing is coming up, and that's what everyone hit when they were coming through there in turn 6. The curbing comes up, catches a bunch of the cars, the front ends of the cars, and numerous cars are destroyed. Take a look at what happened to Daniel Suarez's car.
Looks like he gets turned by the 20. You can already see some cars having trouble with that curb and debris going everywhere. Truex gets spun around right here. He's riding on top of the roof cam. Lifted out of the gas, I assume, because he's seeing the debris and uncertain.
Watching Martin Truex Jr. spin across the racetrack and get into the tire barriers without a caution is something unfathomable. How was there not a caution for Martin Truex, and this would have prevented the chaos that ensued on the following lap when William Byron's oil tank exploded as he ran over the curb, sending chaos into the chicane.
And Paulie Haraka apparently not watching what's going on in front of him, just drilled him. Got into Alex Kennedy, both set to make their Sprint Cup debut today, and here's a replay of what happened.
That's just guys not paying attention. That's all
right.
that is.
19, the white machine of Alex Kennedy.
I have no idea how you can get any more dumb than that. Not even off of pit road to start the race, to start the pace laps, and you're not even paying attention, and you slam in the back of your competitor. That's probably one of the dumbest things I've ever seen before a race. I really have no idea how to even explain this clip, but as you can see, there was a rule change during the 2009 truck season at Daytona, and it was very confusing. Yeah, I really don't know how to explain this. It's just very, very, very dumb.
Exciting, guys.
He wants that point. That playoff point is pretty important, Austin. This might be a preview of what we see later. They're racing back to the line. There is contact. Oh, the digger spins. Oh, man. Unbelievable. What a way to end the opening stage. Riley Herbst down through the grass.
Another dumbest thing to do in racing is being wrecked and then just pulling right back up on the track with oncoming traffic, making your day way worse, totaling your car, and wrecking somebody else. This happened during the Xfinity Dover race in 2012. One of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
Matt has not hit yet, so he's got a bunch of them trapped, one down.
I could have got to pit road that time, but I didn't know.
I mean, we can't make our pit stop under yellow. We got to do it under green. They need to stop us. We need to pit. Ask them what they want us to do.
Matt Kenseth is going to be held one lap.
They told me that if we got in this situation, they would red flag it so that we'd have an opportunity to pit.
I don't need to explain. Just let me know what you may do. I'll pit here then.
All right, buddy. Single file down pit road. They're going to do a lug nut check.
Is this the break?
No,
How does this work now?
This race reminds me of when I tried to fly a remote control helicopter for the first time. I didn't know what the was going on.
We hit pit road under green, so that's good. At lap 50, they're going to throw the yellow. That's going to be the break. At that time, we're going to take our left side tires.
Austin Hill is the current whiny bag in the Xfinity series. If anybody races him hard or anybody races him dirty, he throws the biggest tantrum, and it showed during the 2024 Xfinity race at Charlotte with Cole Custer. After the wreck ensued, Austin Hill decided to turn Cole Custer down the backstretch. This was extremely uncalled for.
Yeah, I think the right front was, you see the car kind of go straight there. I think the right front got cut down from the contact on the front stretch, which wound up wrecking both those cars.
It was hard to tell what happened there down the straightaway. I don't. Obviously, they made contact, but I'm not sure if someone turned down or came up. It was a little tough to tell from the in-car.
And obviously, Cole Custer did not know what happened there. You know, so Cole's saying, "What are you mad at me for? You just ran me into the wall because the right front blew out." So Cole's giving him the thumbs up, like, "Yeah, thanks for ruining my day." Austin Hill's over there saying, "Because of you, my right front's down. Thanks for ruining my day." They obviously neither.
You watch the 38 car. He's right there in front of the 48. 48 got a good run right there. He just got in the back of him and turned him, and
You said you didn't need to see the video. You know exactly what happened.
Yeah, I know exactly what happened. The 48 I don't know where he was going. It's lap 18 or 19 or whatever it was, and too early in the race to be doing that, and I just had no control of the car. My back tires are off the ground. It's a shame. I'm going to bite my tongue right now, but way too early in the race to cause a big pileup like that. I mean, we have 3 pedals in the car. The middle one's the brake, in case he doesn't know that. Maybe I'll give him a diagram for next week, but it's a shame to take out a lot of good cars this early in the race. It's just no sense in racing like that early.
Obviously, a very frustrated Elliott Sadler. Guys?
Remember, this race must end under the green flag.
I don't know if nobody heard him or nobody even realized that he said that, but lo and behold, coming off of turn number 2, Ricky Stenhouse barely touches the wall, and NASCAR is so trigger happy they throw the caution flag when Ryan Blaney is less than 100 feet from the finish line to take the checkered flag. I would say over 90% of the people watching this race live or on TV thought Ryan Blaney won the race. Nobody really saw the caution come out. The whole broadcast made it seem like Ryan Blaney won. The NASCAR fan base was extremely enraged, and nobody was happy. Well, Ryan Blaney takes down his window net, assuming, he won the race. And in the rule book, you must have your window net fastened, or you will be black flagged and brought down pit road, losing all your positions. Well, Ryan Blaney didn't want to do that, so NASCAR just logged like 15 laps under caution, praying that he would fasten his window net and can get it back up. From photo evidence, Ryan Blaney technically did not ever have his window net fastened, but NASCAR threw the green flag, they took back off, and thank goodness Ryan Blaney won. It was one of the most inexcusable races in NASCAR history at one of, if not the worst mile and a half.
Big battle off of turn 4 here.
And into the wall goes Bubba Wallace. And he comes back across the track, tags the 5. They're both in the wall, and the caution comes out.
Tips the 20 car of Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell hard into the outside wall. Bubba just feels like that the 5 didn't give him much room as he would have liked.
Then they go down the front straightaway, and it just looks like to me Bubba hangs a left to retaliate. And I got a problem with that. You're going as fast as they're going, and you hang a guy in the right rear quarter pound. That is exceptionally dangerous. That's racing right there. Larson's fault for sure, but that right there is not acceptable.
In the opening race in the round of 8, Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson were racing fairly hard coming off turn number 4. When Larson pushed up the track and pushed Bubba Wallace's car into the wall, Bubba Wallace instantly retaliated, crashing Larson hard into the wall, also collecting Christopher Bell. Afterwards, Bubba approached Kyle Larson, instantly started shoving and yelling at him before NASCAR officials stepped in. NASCAR ultimately suspended Wallace for 1 race for his actions on the racetrack.
Not at all. Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside. Wow. Crash into the wall, into the air. Goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof, Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th. And comes to rest. Scoring unofficial between Hamlin and Blaney as far as who crossed the finish line first. Blaney tried the top side, tried to get low. Ryan Newman goes around, and the car goes to its roof, and here's the onrushing Corey LaJoie picking it up and over.